Welcome to Max Mathematics class. In today's class, we are going to demonstrate the shortcut to solve this Olympiad mathematics question. Relax yourself and enjoy the class. The first thing is for us to rewrite 8 raised to the power of x as 2 raised to the power of 3 times x plus 2 raised to the power of x is equal to 30. Now after this, we can swap the position of x with that of 3. And that will now give us 2 raised to the power of x times 3 plus 2 raised to the power of x again minus 30 equal to 0. We have moved 30 from the right hand side to the left hand side of the equation. Now we can let y to be equal to 2 raised to the power of x so that we can substitute for this value here. So our new equation will look like this: y raised to the power of 3 plus y minus 30 is equal to 0. Now we are going to look for the factors of 30. Factors of 30 are 1 and 30, 2 and 15, 3 and 10, and then 5 and 6. So these factors, we are going to consider the one that the square of the prime factor, the difference, is going to give us the coefficient of this y here. I mean, if you square 3, it will give you 9, and 10 minus 9 will give us plus 1, which is the coefficient of y here. So in this kind of equation, this is the way we are going to expand this y, so that we now have y cubed minus 9y plus 10y minus 30 is equal to 0. So if we put this in a bracket so that we can factor them out. So here, if you check this bracket, y is common, we bring it out. We have y squared minus 9. This 9, we can break it down to 3 raised to the power of 2 plus 10 is common here, so we bring it out. We are now left with y minus 3 and is equal to 0. Now after this, we can expand this bracket because it's difference of two squares. So we now have y times y plus 3 times y minus 3 plus 10 y minus 3 and is equals to 0. Minus y minus 3 and y minus 3 here, they are common, so we have to factor them out again. So we now have y minus 3, then y, we are left with this y and y plus 3. So this y times this will give us y squared, and y times plus 3 will give us plus 3y plus 10, then we close the bracket, equal to 0. So we have y squared plus 3y plus 10. Now this will now form another quadratic equation. Now ordinarily, this is not factorizable because we can't get two factors of 10 that will give us, their sum will give us plus 3y. So what we do before we apply quadratic formula, we need to test if this has a complex root. We know the nature of the quadratic root. If we have a b squared to be less than 4ac, so we are going to have no root, that is complex root, and it's going to be less than 4 times 1, which is a here. The coefficient of x squared here is 1, and the constant 10 here is c here. So we have 4 times 1 times 10. and you know that 9 is less than 40. So because of this now, this quadratic equation here has no root. So we will not waste time to solve it. Our y minus 3 to be equal to 0. Therefore, y now will be equal to 3. But we are not looking for the value of y. We are looking for the value of x. Recall that y is equals to 2 raised to the power of x. So because of that, we are now going to have 2 raised to the power of x to be equal to 3. So if you take the logarithm of both sides, so we are going to use this one as log 2 to base 2 raised to the power of x. It will be equal to log 3 to base 2. You know, according to one of the laws of the logarithm, this x have to come back. So we have x log 2 to base 2 to be equal to log 3 to base 2. Log 2 to base 2 will cancel it out. So we are now left with our x to be equal to log 3 to base 2. Now, this can also serve as the final answer, but if you want a real value, so you can change the base of this logarithm to something like this. X now will be equals to log 3 to base 10 over log 2 to base 10. And you know that log 3 to base 10 is 0.4771 over log 2 to base 10 is 0.3010. So if this divide this, we are going to get 1.585, and that will be the value of our x. Thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe.